If you try to build a lead list or scrape emails manually, you know how much time consuming it is. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to use HTTP request node in NA10, different use cases of HTTP node, and after that, I'm gonna show you how to scrape emails from Google Maps, then how to use Apify and Apollo to scrape emails and personal details from Apollo search. Also, I'm gonna cover how to get emails from LinkedIn profiles as well. Everything is gonna be included in this video, and we're gonna have free and paid versions of scraping all of these informations of businesses. Let's get started. This video, I'm gonna cover the HTTP request node, and I'm gonna show a couple of ways that you can use it. And also, I'm gonna answer the question of China Comercio from the comments of my YouTube video, that he said that he wants to build an AI agent that help him to find email from everywhere, especially from LinkedIn and website. So please build it from scratch. I have already ready templates that I'm using for this, but I'm gonna show node by node how you can build it, or I'm gonna include a template down below in the video, and you will follow the video to know how to set it up for you. First, we're gonna see what is the HTTP request node. Let me open one clear workflow, and let's put trigger and HTTP request node. So this is HTTP request node, and you can make get, head options, patch, post, put, delete requests to any URL that you can put here, and almost all of the nodes that you can see these integrations here, for example, action in app, all of these nodes, everything in the backend is HTTP request. So get a task, for example, this is for Asana, get a task, get operation and task ID. This in the backend sends to Asana's URL and specific endpoint, get request with the task ID of the task. So everything, every node in the backend, these actions in the apps are HTTP requests, and every trigger node on app event or every trigger node, they are webhook. So they're waiting for something to happen to get the information here, and these HTTP requests are sending information and waiting for response. Okay, let's put one basic HTTP request that we're gonna hit. Let's say to hit an HTTP request to my website. Every time when you do an HTTP request, you have to put HTTP as in the front. Okay, and we're gonna put get request. When we execute the step, it's gonna give us the HTML of my website. And then if you want to, for example, extract or clean this data, you can do it either by code node. This code node, you can feed the data in the code node, for example, like this, drag and drop it, and then just go to ChatGPT. We're gonna use 4.0. Then just go to ChatGPT and say, you can do a screenshot of this, put it in ChatGPT and say, write me a code or JavaScript code, JS code that cleans the HTML data or the HTML code and leaves the data in the website only. It's okay. Let's see now. It's gonna replace all of the things, remove the comments, head script, ensure the blocks are named. If it works from the first time, it's gonna be really good. Usually I do a couple of iterations of this. I put it here. If some error occur, I put it back, copy it. Okay, you just come here, delete everything, paste it, and see if this thing that we drag and dropped here, if it's valid. So it is here, and just click execute step, and we can see the title of the web page, text. It worked from the first time. It's really good. And services, everything on the menus, all the text inside of the web page, everything you can see here. You can see the whole text of the HTML here cleaned. Then this is the first way. The second way to clean the data, you can do here. There is a node that says markdown, convert HTML to markdown. Let's connect this one here. Let's put it down. Okay, and we drag and drop the data, the HTML, into this field, and we say HTML to markdown, and just click execute step. And as you can see here, it's gonna show the text, only the text without the HTML code parts from the request. So we can we are cleaning this data in order to make for an AI agent, for example, when we connect it, to easily understand the text and the context in the web page and not spend that many tokens. Also, after these two methods, we can say we can put an AI agent and just click define below, and we can feed the data. And then on system message, we can say you are a helpful assistant. Your task is to get all contact information from this web page. From this web page, also include a short description. What do they do? Okay, we can just choose Google Gemini 2.5 Flash if you want it for free. Memory, do not use memory, and let's put it now. See if our AI agent, what is gonna say. Okay, and it says here's the contact information. Contact information, email. The email is wrong because it's protected. It's protected, and it is suggesting that this is the email. We have the clean data from the website in this way. So the second way how we are using HTTP request is HTTP request post method to use to post some data to an API endpoint. We're gonna put, for example, Together AI. Let's go. Okay. When we come to Together AI, just come to playgrounds and hit image. And for example, you can choose a model from here. Let's choose Flux Schnell. It was one that was free model. Flux one Schnell. This one free. Okay, and we can see the API view of the request. So what if we type something here and click submit? What is gonna happen here? We can do it with this API call. So when we come and see this kind of code, and you have to search for curl request, just click curl, copy it, come to the workflow, import curl, and paste it here. And then you have to, you can see this is the URL endpoint that we're gonna send the post request, api.together images generation. And it's automatically putting us to send headers. Usually headers are using for authentication. And this is one of the ways of the authentication. I have covered all of these requests and how to get the API keys in my video. I'm gonna just put it here. You can click and watch it. So here you're gonna put your Together AI API key. You have to just go to your dashboard, and here is your API key. Just copy it and put it here, and put it here. Bearer after that API key, and you can see send body JSON using the fields below because we imported the curl requests. So this is the JSON body that we're gonna send, and it says for model, as you can see, this one model. We're gonna put the model here, and this is the model name, and prompt. This will be our prompt. For example, we can say cat coding AI automations, and if we send now this post request with our API key, it has to return us an image generated by Together AI. That is gonna be a cat coding AI automations. If you want to avoid this hard coding your API key in the headers, you can use this method that I'm using usually. Just turn off headers, go to authentication, generic credential type, and here you hit header auth, and in header auth you come and click new credential, and you have to use the same thing from here. So authorization, have to copy authorization, put it on the name, and for the value you have to use bearer, put bearer space and your API key. Just paste your API key. Let's make it together.ai, save, and from now on, this is gonna be your header authentication. It's gonna be dynamic. so it's not going to be hard coded. For example, if I send this template to anyone, they have to put their tokens, because if I send it with the headers on and my API key there, so the other person can use your tokens as well. So let's try if it's gonna work, because usually the thing that I've seen is when it's a specified body using the fields below, and this requests a JSON code like this, usually it doesn't work. So then I have to put using JSON and just copy the JSON and put it there. So let's see if it's gonna work like this. I think it will work. Okay, Black Forest object list data and URL. So what will be this URL? Let's see if we go there. And this is a cat coding AI automations. If you want to download this image here, we have to hit another HTTP request, but get request for this URL. We're just gonna drag and drop this URL without any authentication, anything. We're just gonna hit execute step because it's a public URL, and when we hit view, we're gonna be able to use this image. So what are the other cases that we are using HTTP request? We can use it to, the most important thing that you have to learn is this, to learn how to hit API endpoints from different websites or tools that you want to use, to hit their endpoints and to know how exactly to use the requests. For example, for every endpoint, this is the endpoint, so the URL, for every endpoint they have specific JSON format down here that you have to use to send the endpoint to be valid, otherwise it's gonna give error. And this is used, for example, to generate videos with VO3. This is used to, in the beginning we were using this request to generate images with OpenAI new model, but now it has integration in n8n. We were using this to hit Apify, for example, to scrape emails from LinkedIn and things. Now they have their integration in n8n. Now I'm gonna show how to do it. And we have covered get request, that we can get the information from the website. We have covered post request, that we can hit an API endpoint and to get the information from there. So when you know these principles, you can use and connect your workflows with everything that has API. Even without API, there are some methods that you can find in their documentations. For example, if they have API endpoints, they're gonna have documentation. If they don't have, it is really hard, but you can use tools like Airtop, for example, and this Airtops allows you to make browser actions. For example, you create a session, create a window, create a session. It's gonna open a browser in a cloud, and in this browser you can, for example, say click an element. Let's say click submit, click this, or to use a website that doesn't have API endpoint. So you can use to take actions in this website to get information from there as well. But this is for future video. Okay, these are the HTTP requests principles, like main things. And one more that I am using, I'm gonna show you my workflow that I'm using it. Okay, and this is the workflow where I'm using HTTP requests to delete Stripe subscription, because I have a WhatsApp service that sends, let me show you the website. WhatsApp messaging service that I have created months ago. So what it does is a personal weather and style assistant. It sends you a message every morning in your preferred time. Today, the weather for your city, the outfit suggestion for this specific weather, what you have to wear and everything. You can choose your style, for example, from the subscription menu, and sends a motivational quote to boost your morning. So this is the thing. It's really good. You can check the website, and if you want, there is a 7-day free trial without putting a cart or anything. You can try, but it is integrated with Stripe. So in Stripe, in order to delete, for example, someone that is canceling his subscription or hasn't paid the last month's subscription, we have to hit HTTP request to API of Stripe, and we have to send delete method with the subscription ID of the person. So the first time I've used delete method with HTTP request is this, and we are deleting the subscription data of the person from Stripe, and we are sending them, if the deleting is giving error, it's gonna send me an error. If it's complete, it's gonna update my database, and it's gonna send email to the person that they have unsubscribed. Okay, and now I want to cover this China Commerce's question that wants to get email from everywhere, especially from LinkedIn and website. So from LinkedIn and website, I'm going to include this example down in the description just to see how it's to use, and you're going to have this code that is cleaning HTML requests. So you can just copy this code and paste it anywhere that you want after an HTTP request to clean the website in order to feed it to AI agent to get the information from there. So let me show you how you can get emails. First, I'm going to show you how to get emails from Google Maps businesses. So you're going to search Google Maps. Then I'm going to show you how to hit a website, for example, to get their emails from their official website. And third, I'm going to show how to run an actor from Apify to scrape LinkedIn. And even fourth, I can show how to have Apollo list with people and to get their emails from there. Okay, let's start now. This is the workflow that I'm gonna use. This is a template that I've got from Akram. This is the video that you can check the video. I've got the template from here, and I just changed some things, added some things that I needed in order to make it work for me. And now let's start how does this template works. This template has two parts. One is the email scrape starter and one to scrape the emails. So how does it work? This scrape starter, here we are feeding a table, a big JSON with queries, all kind of queries that is gonna go and execute the workflow. So it's gonna execute this workflow for every query that we have written here. It's gonna search Google Maps, scrape URLs, filter irrelevant URLs, remove duplicates. It's gonna go to every website after that it found from Google Maps. In Google Maps, you hit this place. If they have a website, this website, we're gonna have it here. So like an URL. And this website is gonna be taken here and hit a get request to this URL. So as I showed in the previous example, it's gonna hit a get request and collect all of the data here. It's going to loop through all of the websites found in the Google Maps, all of the businesses, and then it's going to loop then on every page HTML. It's going to scrape the emails from the page using the code. This is to clean the HTML data, but to get only the emails from it if they are available. And then I'm using an AI agent to feed the HTML of the web page, and I'm saying your task is to extract from HTML of the web page if available: name, phone number, email, web page link, address, short description of what is the website about. And output format, this is the JSON that I wanted to output. I'm just copying it and putting it into the output parser. So every time my output is consistent, and then I'm aggregating the arrays, all of the individual fields from here, aggregating them into one, because they're going to be, for example, 50-60 items here, putting them into one, and then splitting them to separate items in order to be able to remove duplicate emails, and then find irrelevant emails that are from Google or these extensions. You can just copy and paste it because this is generated from ChatGPT again, and then save them to our Google Sheets, Airtable, or your CRM system, wherever you want. So the thing is working. Let's put one search query. Let's clean this. Let me just Okay, we're gonna put only one query now. This is gonna be the array query accountant Heathrow, let's say. We're gonna click save. You're gonna see we have one item. So what it's gonna do is gonna run the workflow, loop through this execute workflow, wait for it's gonna wait for the results to come. It's gonna wait a bit, because if you do it without waiting, it's gonna hit this Google Maps query is gonna hit too many requests. So it's not gonna be able to search like constantly. You have to wait for a minute or so. So I'm waiting a minute, and then it's gonna run the second request. But anyway, or let's do with two queries in order to show it, show you how it's gonna work. Here we have to put another query, which is gonna be like this query. Let's say dentists plus again Heathrow, or just say okay, we have we have two items now. It's gonna go loop, and then it's gonna append them. This is to append everything, all of the results from here. It's gonna append them into a Google Sheet, but the main thing that is collecting the information is here, save the emails to Google Sheet. But I'm not saving only the emails. I'm getting everything like name, phone number, short description. This short description is really important, because later when I'm making the email campaign, for example, here is the email campaign. We are getting the rows with all the information, filter the ones that doesn't have email, filter the ones that doesn't have phone number, because it happens that it saves this type of emails and contacts, limit them to 10 by day, and loop over all of these 10, and use the AI agent and feed it with the email, client URL, company name, description, and our company details. And it's writing cold email icebreaker for our company, which is personalized, because it knows a short description for the other company. So then it can write specifically for this company, and then when they see the email, it is written specifically for their company. It's not some general email that is sent to everyone with placeholders and stuff. So it feels really more personal, and it works better. Okay, let me show you how it's gonna work. So when you hit this, you're not gonna see this one working, because it's gonna be in the executions. But now because this is set, let me just change. Let me just put one more sheet here, sheet 6. Okay, I have the email scraper database. You have to create a sheet. I'm gonna include a template sheet in the description so you can download. I'm gonna include this template, this, and this sheet is gonna take us, let me show you straight away how it works. Okay, save emails. We're gonna use our sheet 6 and click save, and let's run this workflow and see how it's gonna populate our sheet. Execute workflow. Now in the executions, you're gonna see that it's running. Yeah, you can see it's running, and now we have to wait here. And with the results, it's gonna populate our database. And this, if you remove this AI agent, it's completely free. With this code, you can get all of the emails, but it's gonna get the emails only here. But I want to use AI agent to from this HTML of the website to get all of the contact information and everything, and I'm using GPT 4.1 Nano. Sometimes it makes mistakes, but it is the cheapest one to use, and even for maybe 20-30 emails, it's not even 1 cent. So let's see, it's still running. Okay, I'm gonna come back when it finishes, and we can see how this sheet is populated with the contact information. And now we can see how our sheet is getting populated. It returned 9 items, and now it's gonna go, after 1 minute, it's gonna go to search our next query, and it's gonna return. So we have the URLs of the companies. Some of them, for some of them, it's not found. We have their emails, we have their company name, contact person. I just put the company name because we usually write into company name's name, the phone number, and description of the company. And this is really important for the icebreaker. And as you can see, it's waiting now. Now we started the second search, and now we are looking for dentists in wood green, and it's gonna populate the dentists in wood green. You can change whatever you want in this AI agent. For example, in the system prompt here, you can want only the name, phone number, email, and if it's enough with short description, you can put some more things. If you want more detailed extraction, you can use bit smarter model, but usually this is enough to get the emails and contact numbers. Okay, we have our dentists as well, and as you can see, some of them are not found email. We just have the company name, not found the phone number. This happens because here in their website, when we hit request to their website, they don't have their phone number, they don't have their email, they don't have their contact information, or it's protected, so we can't get it. And this is why later we are filtering this. And as you can see, we have the numbers of the other ones as well. So this is how the email scraper works from Google Maps and from websites. Let me show you the next way, and the database, I will send it to you. Let me show you now with a new workflow. Okay, we come here, we're gonna use Apify, apify.com. You have to go to console. You can search LinkedIn and this mass LinkedIn profile scraper, for example. And here you can put LinkedIn profile URLs to get their emails, for example, from LinkedIn. And you have to choose your actor. And how this works is, when you choose your actor in here in API, you have to know API endpoints, how to run this actor. But now it's really easy because they have integration here. Just click Apify. It's going to be a community node. You have to just click install here and go and make a account in Apify. They are giving you free credits, I think, in the beginning. We use this. We can see here how to use the JSON that we have to send, for example, the post request. What we have to do is run an actor. You have to create new credential here and get your API key here. How are you going to get your API key? Come to the settings, API and integration, and here you can just copy your API key. If it's not created, just create a new token. Get your API key, put it here, and that's it. Just rename your account. And then we have to click resource actor, run an actor, and Apify store actors, we can say. And from the list, we have to search one, mass. Let's just copy the name and put it there. Okay, we found it, and input JSON. We have to come here and copy this JSON here. For example, manually you can use profiles, LinkedIn profiles here, or just feed it. So you come here and paste the URL. And as you can see, profile URLs. And here you can put all of the URLs that you want to scrape their LinkedIns. For example, here we can put for another LinkedIn. Let's just see how it's gonna look. So this is how it will look, and we can put as many LinkedIn profiles as you want that you want to scrape the emails from. And let's see if we, and that's it. Timeout, build tag. We are not gonna say anything and wait to finish. And let's run the actor. If we click execute workflow, it's gonna run the actor. And here in the website, we can see the runs. It's running now and it's scraping. Okay, success, everything went occur, result, and it's using 1 cent per person. And here, when we click the thing, we can see the output, and the output is gonna be my output. And how to get the output in N8N? You have to come here and click Apify, search Apify again, and get dataset items. And for dataset ID, you have to come down here and see default dataset ID. We just put the dataset ID here, limit 50. You can take out this limit or increase it. So from this run of the actor, we can get all of the dataset items outputted here. And as you can see, it's going to be one item, but usually if there are more persons, there's going to be more items. And from the dataset ID, you can see everything for my LinkedIn profile here, outputted, all the details. And and you can straight away save it, for example, to either Google Sheets or your Airtable or anything. And this way you can scrape LinkedIn profiles. And if you want to feed them from here, you can have a Google Sheet, for example, full with LinkedIn profiles. Then you can dynamically just drag and drop them here and you can feed them. Then run the actor for to get all of their details, get the dataset items, and you can save them into your database. And let me show you how to get, for example, the LinkedIn profiles of persons. For this, we again gonna use Apify, but we're gonna use Apollo Scraper. What is Apollo? Let's go there, apollo.io. Just sign up for free. I'm gonna log in. And when you sign up, you come here to people. And here, for example, you can search for a persona. Here are a lot of options that you can search. For example, for email status, just click verified. Job titles, I have included owner, founder, managing director. Companies, location, for example, I click London. Employees, you can choose how many employees to have. I'm going to choose just this one, or let's choose this to be separate from 5,000 to 10,000. Employees, industry, you have to click your industry here. You can choose a lot of industries, keywords, everything. And as you're choosing these things, every time this total number is going to increase or decrease. So there are going to be lists with people that you can search for their emails. Here you can click just access email, but to make this in bulk with this Apollo Scraper, when you have your list, for example, you are okay with this list in Apollo. So we have 34 persons. We have to copy the link. Just copy this link from Apollo, come to Apify, and this search URL you have to put it here. Just paste it there, and total number of records required. You can put this 34, for example. Let's put 34. This is the way that we are doing it from here. The other way how to do it, the search, is using the JSON. We are copying this JSON again. You're coming here, again, run an actor from Apify, run an actor. We are choosing Apollo Scraper because it knows recently used actors, so we have used them. And here in the JSON, we just paste this. So it is clean output, false. Total records 34. We can change them dynamically. If we connect here, we can change them dynamically. URL is going to be Apollo.io, and this is the URL that we have from Apollo. But either way, you're going to do it once, for example, and then you have to come here and change these variables and say, get the link and go again. Because when you scrape full leads once, and then you're gonna make some automation with these leads. But for this search, you have to come to make it manually. So, okay, we're gonna run the actor. It's gonna let's run it. And now you can see the run. Now, okay, because I'm on free Apify plan, we can use the UI. So we have to run the scrape from here, and then we can get this data set inside. So I have to start it from here. Okay, total numbers there, search URL, file folder name, we're not gonna put anything. Clean output, let's see what it is. Okay, and we put the search URL, total numbers required, and click start. And we're gonna see now the actor is gonna go and scrape the profiles from Apollo that we found. Failed to extract data from Apollo. Scraper is currently down for trial Apify users. To enjoy greater uptime, please consider upgrading to paid Apify plan. Okay, so maybe you have to pay to use this scraper. Let's see for 2 records if it's gonna be able to run. Okay, so they stopped it currently for trial Apify users. Let me show you the runs. I have run this successful. And this was the output. So I did the same thing just, when was it? 2 days ago. I did the same thing for 2 persons just to test the actor. And this was the result. So you're getting this organization, website URL, LinkedIn URL. So anyway, I'm going to show it to you like this. And if you want to use it, so we obviously see that we have to just put some credits to Apify in order to use it. Okay, let me show you. So we have to do the same thing to get the dataset items from here. How are we gonna get it? Dataset items. This is the ID of dataset, because we didn't run it from here, so we don't know we can't just drag and drop the dataset item from here. Click Apify, get dataset items. I'm gonna put the dataset ID that got from here. And when we run, we have two items. So when you run it and it runs properly, it's gonna run the actor. You're gonna get from here again the dataset ID. Drag and drop it here as we did here. Just default dataset ID. You come in here, default dataset ID, dragging and dropping, getting all the items, and you're gonna get the person's details like this. And then, for example, if you have here like 300, 400 people, you can run this actor. Let me remove it. You can run this actor like this, and you can put in LinkedIn profile here, you can put the variable LinkedIn URL of the person. And then when we run this, it's gonna go to get the details from their LinkedIn profile, but you're not gonna have to do this, because anyway Apollo Scraper is scraping their email as well. So better to use the scraper from Apollo, I think, because almost everyone who is in this list, they have emails, they have their LinkedIn profiles and everything. So after this full run, you can have, for example, 1,000, 2,000 people here. After the run, you can get their items. You can know which company they work for, what are their titles and everything. And here, then you can put, as I did here, to filter them, and 10 person per day, make them an email campaign or something like this. So this is one of the way how to run an actor and get from LinkedIn profile to get their details, from Apollo search page to get their details using Apify. I know it's not free, but it's gonna cost you for 1,000 leads 120. So what is gonna be 120 per 1,000 leads? 120 per 1,000 leads, 0.001 cents per person. So it's totally worth it. You just have to get your Apollo search page really good for you, for your business. Include the titles and everything. Employees, for example, if I remove this employee stuff, you can see 3,200, and they are with email status verified, for example, and we can get all of this information here. 3,200. How much is gonna cost us? Around $380. But you're doing it once, and you have 3,200 leads. At least one person to be your client or use your services, you're straight away gonna be in profit. So it's a no-brainer to not use it. I'm gonna include this template as well. I'm just gonna remove the dataset ID from here, and you just have to put your details and your actors in order to use them. Here your API key from Apify. I've showed you how to get it, and these are the ways. So email scraping from maps, we have covered. This is free. This is totally free. Email scraping from LinkedIn with Apify. It costs you, as you can see, $10 for 10 results. So one lead is gonna be 10 cents. This is not good. It's so expensive. So one lead, 10 cents. This is not that. No, let me put this to be red. 10. And what else we have? Totally profile scraping from Apollo search list and Apify, which costs us 0.0012 per lead. And this is gonna be the best way to use scrapers. In the end, if you want to scrape emails, use the email scraper. This one, I'm gonna include the template. Just put the template, You can use Google. Just come here, copy this, go to ChatGPT and say, can you create me a list with 100 queries for, let's say, accountants in London. Use this format to fill the items. And you give in the array, send it. It's gonna create 100 queries to search for. I'm gonna show you now how to copy and paste there. Oh, it created a JSON file. Let me see. Okay, and it gave me the JSON file here straight away. So you can open it with a text editor. Just copy it, or you can say give it here as a text, or write it here in the chat, and it's gonna write it here. And you just copy the code, come here, paste the code, save, and you can see 100 items. And it's gonna loop through them. It's gonna come, search, make everything, save to your sheet. I'm gonna include this sheet example because you have to have these headers. And to count unique emails here, I'm gonna show you one trick. Just click equal sign, count unique, and you have to choose which column to count. You just click B here to start from B2 because it's this one, and until the B ends. So just close it, and it's gonna count the unique emails. So we have 12 unique emails here. Formula to use. Okay, this is the email scraper. So it is scraping for free if you take out the agent. If you are using the agent, when you use Nano for maybe, I don't know, 10 or 20 pages, it's gonna take 1 cent. It's really cheap. Okay, email scraping from LinkedIn with profiles using Apify. It is this one that we used. We are feeding the JSON. We are feeding the LinkedIn URL and getting the dataset items, but it's really expensive. I don't think that it's worth it. That's why it's in red. And profile information scraping, that we are scraping all of the information of the person, job title, company, emails, everything with the Apify scraper, which is this one, run the actor Apollo scraper. Total records, you just write the total records. So it's gonna be total records of items here, because you're gonna total items here 3,200, and just put the link here you're gonna get, or straight away use the scraper. This is gonna be easier. Put the search URL here, put the number, start it. When it finish, just go to runs, and when it says everything, when it says success of all prospects, when you see this, just come to API and get dataset items. Just get this dataset items ID, put it here in dataset items ID, and from there, let me deactivate it. And from there, you can use all of the data of all of the prospects from your list to save their email, save their details. You can put a Google Sheet like this to put all of their details, everything there, and you can use it. This is the best way. And if you want to start for free, this email scraping method is good. Okay, I've covered HTTP request note, how to scrape emails, how to scrape profiles, how to scrape a normal website to get information from the website. There are couple of other methods for scraping, which are a bit more complex, but using the same methods, same fundamentals from these requests. And this is gonna be it. This been a long video, but I wanted to cover all of the things that I know. I wanted to give all of them and to answer this question, to find emails from everywhere. And these are the ways that you can find emails. Hopefully I've answered your question. If anyone has any other questions, please write down below in the comments. I'm gonna try to answer them and make detailed videos like this one to cover all the topics. And next video we are continuing with the beginner series. There are 2 or 3 more videos, and then we're gonna start making some AI agents, some other workflows, my client builds and everything. And on the next video, I think on the next video, I'm gonna tell you what I'm building. I have a project that is incoming, and I will need your input there. So make sure you liked, subscribed. If you want to get the updates to your email, subscribe to my email. Everything is gonna, from this video and the templates and the SOP, everything is gonna be included down in the description in the links. Go and download them for free. Thank you, and see you in the next one. Thanks.